makes
Coach,
me
how's
feel
it
lighter.
going?
That's all good. It's all good. How are you guys doing?
We are doing good.
It's been
We're
good?
good, yeah.
Yeah?
Anything exciting for you this summer aside from coaching and recruiting? Did you take some time for yourself?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time at the Jersey Shore. It's like my favorite place to be. You can't get away from certain things. Every July you got to go out and you got to do the whole recruiting thing. And June is summer school, so you got to do all that, with your players. So any chance you have where you have to do nothing, it's great to get away. And, I had an
Get some
opportunity
water
to do
ice.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, that and watch the Phillies do what they're doing. And, as soon as we're not involved, it's let's go get ready for the Eagles to go to Super Bowl, that.
Ooh.
But you got to understand Philadelphia people, we win our first game and I'll get 5 texts going Super Bowl. We're 1-0. But that's the, so that keeps you having fun, both of those teams,
Yeah, maybe you heard it here first. Eagles to the Super Bowl.
Eagles to the Super Bowl. That's it. Well, unless they lose the next game, and then everybody's going to turn on them and say we're not as good as everybody said we were. It's just Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's
It goes
really
with the
fair.
territory.
It's the place to be right now.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Coach, when you do look at your team, the big storyline is Paige was supposed to come back. She gets injured again, out for this season. Now when you look at your roster, you do have experience coming back, young experience,
right.
But experience regardless coming back.
Yeah, when I look back at the team that played in the national championship game, Olivia is a 4-year starter. She's gone. And Kristen, a 4-year starter. She's gone. And Avina, who played a big role for us, is gone. And now Paige is gone. So you have 4 of the top 5 players that played in that game not playing. So the people coming back, Caroline played a little bit, played a lot sometimes. AZ played a little bit and played a lot sometimes. So there's 2 players in particular say, well, they have a lot of experience. Well, yeah, for 1 year playing college basketball, right? So, hey, Dorka has a lot of experience, 1 year playing for UConn, right? So there's, Aaliyah Edwards, yeah, she has a lot of experience. She played 2 years. So there isn't like, hey, you have 3 or 4 seniors and juniors that played a lot of basketball and they'll help offset, whatever you don't have. But they're really talented, the guys we have.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have some talented guys than guys with experience.
Yeah.
Ideally, you like to have both, right? But if you had to pick one or the other, I'd take talent guys.
And Coach, just back to Paige a little bit, just how is she doing mentally, physically, and what sort of conversations have you had with her? Unfortunately, she dealt with this a lot of last season as well, but how can she continue becoming a better player while she's not able to be out there with you guys?
Yeah. Paige always puts on a happy face, right? I don't think you've ever seen Paige on the court, off the court, where there wasn't this bubbly kid, who likes to have fun, and I think that's why people really, really gravitate toward her, right? But inside, it's killing her, right? So she comes to practice every day, and I'm just so glad to be here. I get a chance to be around the team, but she's dying inside because she can't be playing. So she does her rehab. She does, all the work that she's supposed to do. She'll say she said this yesterday. My workouts, my bike workouts are harder than practice. Okay, because she thinks we don't practice hard anymore. Because she's not there. So obviously, so she's engaged. So will she become a better basketball player physically? No. But she'll become a better basketball player mentally because she'll see more from the sidelines. Not that she needs to, or I would wish on that, but she'll study more. She'll watch more film. She'll sit in there with us as we're watching film to get ready, and she'll see the game from a different perspective, which will help her an awful lot. That's the best we can do, As far as conversations are, Paige, can you help me get a deal? Like, I'm trying to.
You gonna get a StockX deal?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a
Get
deal.
Some Crocs?
Can you get me some?
Have you gotten Crocs?
Yeah, can you get me some free gear? It's that conversation.
Yeah, a little swag for you too.
Yeah. It's just the world has changed, right?
Yeah.
Coach used to cheat in recruiting by giving players stuff. Now you're asking players to give you stuff.
Coach, when you look at AZ Fun, experience from last year, and when we had her on the court a bunch, glimpses of real greatness.
Yeah.
What have some of the conversations been like with her, that with the leadership she's going to have to take on this role, and just the role that she's going to have to take into this year?
You're right about AZ has a certain quality about her that she carries herself like, I expect to be good because I am good. I put the time in, and I've got some God-given gifts, and I've worked really hard to take advantage of those things. So she knows exactly who she is. She knows exactly how good she is. Do you put even more pressure on her to be even better? Because there were times last year where she carried our team, right? Mm-hmm. So now my conversations with her have been, it'd be great if you were playing with Paige, right? Because you two guys, you've known each other forever, but there's no Paige this year. Yeah. And you're healthy. Last year there was Paige and you weren't healthy, and then there was you and Paige both healthy, but that was for like this much time. Yeah. So now there's you and no Paige. So you got to be a better version of you, and you got to be somewhat of a version of her. So, and her response was, "That's a lot." I said, "Yeah," and she said, "But it's nothing I can't handle." So she's willing to take on that role. She's just not that vocal leader, and which is fine. I'd rather her be the kind of leader that we come out of a timeout down 2 and she makes it 3. They're the kind of leaders I like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Put her on the spot. She delivers for
That's
sure.
Right.